One thing is for sure, this car has got neither any self-driving technology, nor it is an Uber limousine. And this is exactly what tonight we want to talk about, the future of mobility. The biggest promise you give with Uber is that you will bring down the number of cars on the streets. Do you have any proof for this?
In China alone, we're talking about 30 million trips a month that are Uber pooled. Those are clear situations where you have two cars. You would have had two cars with two people and became one car.
China is one of his most important markets. So
Yes.
if you bring down the number of cars on the streets of China, you don't make Dieter happy.
What you could say is that when you share the cost of a car, you can afford a nicer car.
So are you happy with his vision, or is Uber a danger to your business model? At the end, he wants the people to stop owning cars, and that means at the end to stop buying cars.
It makes a lot of sense to increase the use of assets, whatever kind, including cars, and when they sit 95% of the time, this is not efficient. And as this is obvious, it would be very stupid to go in defense mode and to try to explain anything different. What you have to do is to see the opportunity of technologies, which when they are disruptive always destroy something, but at the same time they create tremendous new opportunities. And that's why we try to be part of this new thing and then adjust accordingly.
Travis, you are now evaluated with nearly $7 billion. This is more than BMW, and this is nearly as much as Daimler. And you probably will surpass Daimler with that evaluation in the next couple of months. Did you ever consider simply buying one of these big car companies?
You know, all you have to do is go to a German manufacturing facility or the Mercedes, the Daimler design studio, or see how these cars are made, tested, and rigorously refined, and you will very quickly realize you do not want to make cars. And what I mean by this is not that I'm from LA, I love cars, but the process of making them is no small affair. And so I think in many ways it's not for us to buy cars, it's for us to work with the folks who make cars.
Uber just surprised us the other day when they announced they took an investment from Saudi Arabia, 3.5 billion. You know that Saudi Arabia is not only investing in companies like Uber, but they are financing around the world a lot of things we actually do not like so much.
Yeah, I understand that.
Yeah?
Is Uber operating in Saudi Arabia? And the answer to that is yes, right? In a place where women cannot drive today, we are providing some kind of mobility solution for women in Saudi Arabia, which, by the way, 80% of our customers in Saudi Arabia are women. That's positive. We're going to take that money and do more empowerment of women. We're going to take that money and we're going to bring more mobility to cities and bring that positive impact to Saudi Arabia as well as the rest of the world. And I think as they start to take their money and invest it in other things other than oil, other than those other things that we don't like, it's a pretty positive thing for the money that they're putting into Uber, given the kind of impact we're bringing to cities and to people's lives in those cities.
You've been now CEO of Daimler for 10 years. What do you think you can learn from Travis?
I was deeply impressed when he told me, well, I'm thinking who will disrupt me. And I have to change my business model, which is just starting and which is just succeeding at that point of time. So this kind of strategic forward thinking is extremely important, but the other element is guts. We need more courage. Of course, we have to look at risks, and of course, when you run a company with 280,000 people, you cannot just follow your gut feeling and say, well, if it goes wrong, then it goes wrong, so what? But still, in general, we need more guts, and that's the kind of cultural revolution we try to provide in our company. And I saying, well, let's become culturally Uber, or what Daimler has been 130 years ago, because we were a startup in a garage. No, at that time, we provided the garages. There would be no startups without us, obviously. Okay.
Travis, do you actually have a driving license, and do you own a car?
So I own a car. It's a... Oh, you're messing with me. Okay, I have a very old car. It's a 1999 BMW M3 convertible. Now, the alternator belt is broke, and my driver's license has expired, so it's been a while.